Hi, welcome everyone. This is Christopher Laudenio. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you have questions like what is valence electron, what is valence shell, what are energy levels, that's this video is all about, and we will be discussing and I will be teaching you how now to identify the number of valence electron in specific atoms and specific elements in just a bit after my intro. Okay, to teach you on how to identify valence electron in an atom or elements, I will be giving you or explaining you the basics of atoms and valence electrons. So when we say valence electrons, that is the outermost electrons in an atom. Specifically, it is the number of electrons in the outermost energy level of an atom or element. With that being said, our atom has different energy level or orbit. Okay, its energy level has a number or maximum number of electrons that it can hold. The lower the energy level, the lower the number of electrons that it can hold or it can accommodate. So the first energy level has the lowest number of electrons that it can hold or accommodate. So it can only accommodate up to 2 electrons. The second energy level, which is farther from the nucleus, has the maximum of 8 valence electron that it can hold. And the third energy level has the maximum of 18 valence electrons that it can accommodate or hold. So with that, we can identify what is the valence electrons that can be found within specific atoms and elements. And that will be done in the following video. Okay, so how to identify valence electron of an atom or element. So this is a planetary model of an atom, carbon. Carbon has atomic number of 6, so therefore it has 6 proton and it has also 6 electrons if it is neutral. So for a neutral carbon, it must have 6 electrons. So how do we know the number of valence electron using the planetary model? So usually our electrons is scattered outside the nucleus. The nucleus is here, and it has to occupy, the 6 electrons has to occupy the energy levels of the atom carbon. So again, the first energy level, which is the first orbit here, can hold a maximum of 2 electrons rather. So it cannot hold more than 2 electrons. So having 2 electrons is already full. So the first energy level is already filled. So since it's already filled, we have to move up to other higher energy level, which is the second energy level. So since we already have 2, the next energy level should accommodate the 4 to complete the 6 electrons that the carbon have. So this is already the model or planetary model of your carbon. So again, so first energy level, we have 2 electrons represented by orange ball here. And the second energy level has 4 electrons. So by definition, valence electron is the outer electrons of an atom. So to identify, we have to look at the outer energy level. The outer energy level, of course, is the second energy level. So the electrons within that. So using this planetary model, we can see that the outermost energy level is the second energy level, and the valence electron or the outermost electrons of this element is 4. So you can count 1, 2, 3, 4. So there you go. Carbon with 6 electrons has 4 valence electrons according to this model. So that is why, this explains why our carbon have 4 valence electrons. Okay, so this time I'm gonna be illustrating the way to determine the valence electron of an atom, particularly the oxygen. Oxygen has atomic number of 8, which means it has 8 proton and 8 electrons. So I will be illustrating the locations of 8 electrons on the energy levels of oxygen. So since it has 8 electrons, it will be occupy the first energy level. So supposing this is the first energy level, and the maximum number of electrons that it can hold or accommodate is 2. Okay, so we already have here 2 valence electron, and we have 6 remaining electrons to complete the 8 electrons that the oxygen has. So since the first electrons or the first energy level is complete or filled already, is full already, we have to move up to the next energy level, which is the second energy level. So since the second energy level can have 8 valence electrons or electrons as the maximum number that it can hold, so we will count 1, which makes 3 electrons, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so we have now 8 electrons, which depicts the number of electrons of oxygen. We have a first level that is full or that is filled with 2 maximum electrons, and the last or the second energy level, which has occupied 6 electrons. So which only means that the valence electron or the outer electrons is 6. So the valence electron is 6 because it is the number of electrons on its outer shell. So that is how we identify the valence electron. So usually valence electron is the outermost electrons in an atom or element. So that is why oxygen with 8 number of electrons has 6 valence electrons. Okay, we have another example. We have the planetary model of an atom magnesium. So as you can see, it has occupied 3 energy level. So of course, the third energy level is the valence shell, and it has 2 electrons, therefore it has 2 valence electrons. Okay, that's all about valence electron. I hope you have learned something about my video, especially how to identify and determine the number of valence electron in specific atoms and elements, because sometimes the number of valence electrons has to do with the way they combine with other atoms and other elements, and of course their chemical and physical properties. Do not forget to like, comment, subscribe to my channel.